What's going on, daters? And welcome back to Later Dater. Where we last left off, we were given a activity or a club, which is helping Albert with the garden club. Garden club or horticulture club, whatever you call it. Horticulture. Oh, Ether must still have it on the sign-up sheet. So, is this a club? It's really just me gardening. Call it a club was Esther's idea. Uh, Esther seems to have a lot of ideas for ye olde. She is a bottomless well of community activities, and very persistent that people participate. Yes, I'm quite familiar with Ether's persistence. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I'll probably still be hiding in my apartment if it wasn't for her. So, Ether sweet talked you out of coming out? Yes, she lured me out with cookies. Really? No, I'm joking. Ether would drop by to invite me to potlucks or movie nights or other activities. When I said no, she'd cheerfully say, maybe next time. I thought she'd stop inviting me out, but she didn't. Eventually, I accepted an invitation. And were you glad you did? Yes, even though Gabby is good company, it's nice to talk to other humans sometimes. Guess it's a good thing I moved here. Where did you live before? I shared a house with my best friend Taylor. Where's Taylor now? He passed away. Oh, I'm sorry. I lived with my partner Leslie. They passed away 5 years ago. After that, it was just me and Lentil in that big old house. Same. After Tyler passed, it's just me and Gabby. Gabby, you're so snazzy. Taylor taught her that. Aw, how long have you had Gabby? She was actually Taylor's. He was an ornithologist. A what? An expert on birds. He worked for the Conservation Authority. He got Gabby 47 years ago, 2 years before I moved in. Gabby is 47 years old? How is that possible? Cockatoos have a very long lifespan. They can live up to 70 years. Gabby might outlive me, too. Holy moly, I had no idea cockatoos live that long. Most people don't. Busies himself pruning more plants. So, Albert lived with Taylor for 4 decades. I don't want to change the subject to something less sad. So, Albert, what do you need me to do here? Those geraniums need to be repotted. Okay, I can do that. Thank you. I think Albert's done talking for the afternoon. I get it. Time for some quiet gardening. So until an afternoon spent getting to know my neighbors turned out to be a lot of fun. I may like living here after all. Woof! Scampers to the door as papers are slipped under your apartment. Jumps on papers. Okay, off you get. Let me see. Seniors discount Sundays at the Duke's Whiskers. Free first haircut at Ye Olde Salon. Picks up an envelope and reads out loud. To me. From Albert. That should say Ethel. There are forget-me-not flower seeds in here. What a perfect housewarming gift. Oh, there's a handwritten note on the seed package. Don't plant yet. I will come and germinate the seeds for you. I wouldn't dare, Albert. You hear a siren approach. It stops outside Ye Olde building. What's going on? Poke your head out of your apartment as paramedics burst in with a stretcher. You hold your breath as they pass doors of residents you know. Crystal, Ether, Albert, Marina, Blair, Jax. People emerge from the apartments as paramedics race into the dining hall. What's happening? Clearly somebody had a medical emergency. Where's Blair? He's playing poker in the dining hall. Everybody turns to look at the dining hall. The door that the paramedics just went through. Oh no, Blair! She runs into the dining hall and everyone else follows. Blair! Clear the way, please. Everyone steps back as paramedics race by with their patient on the stretcher. That's not Blair. It's John. What happened? He just keeled over. Heart attack, we think. But John seemed completely fine and healthy during the poker game. He sure did. And he had no pre-existing medical conditions on his file. As the sirens fade in the distance, everyone falls silent for a moment. Then, I'll notify John's next of kin. I'll contact the hospital. I'll clear his internet history. What? I hope y'all do the same for me. We would. Everyone goes their separate ways, leaving you standing alone, shell-shocked. Ethel? Yeah? That debt you owe me for ruining my lucky deck? Seriously? He's gonna come collect at a time like this? Don't worry about it, we're good. Really? Why? Because life's too short. Oh, wow.
Later, daters.
That was sad.
Later, daters. Later, daters.
What a way to start a video.
La 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 la.
Next episode. Tonight's film is a sci-fi classic starring ye olde resident rock star Jack Sargo. But who you're going to the movie with turns out to be a bigger issue than you thought. The rules of dating are different in your golden years. Are you ready for the dating scene at ye olde? I don't think I am. Wow, this place is packed. Maybe no one feels like cooking or being alone after what happened to John. So my options are fried eggplant parmesan or meatloaf surprise. Good thing I'm not picky. Surprise me, chef. Hello, everyone. If I could have your attention for a moment. You and everyone else in the dining room turn towards Mariana. Unfortunately, John passed away late this afternoon. The counselor's coming in tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll be there. I always find Nelson's sessions very helpful. If you have any questions about counseling, slip a note under my door, and I'll respond to you after I return home from dinner with my stepkids. You look around the room, everyone's talking quietly. What's the etiquette for eating with new friends right after they get terrible news? And which new friend should I sit with? Crystal is in line for food by herself. No one should eat up alone at a time like this. Albert's sitting with Ether. They're an odd pair of pals. And perhaps I should ask Albert when he plans to come germinate those seedlings. There's also Jax, Blair in the corner. Wonder how Blair's holding up. And there's Selma and Heron near the tea and coffee urns. Selma looks rather upset, but like she's trying to hide it. Decision time. I'm gonna go eat it with Crystal. Motions to your food tray. Would you like to sit and have dinner with me? Dinner, yes, but do you mind coming to my apartment? I don't feel like being around so many people right now. Sure. Okay. Shoots you a weary smile. Even extroverts have their limits. Your kitchen table arrived. Oh, your kitchen table arrived. Yep, right on time. You both set your trays on the table and sit down. Some more happened in our first 2 days at Yieldy than I ever expected. It did indeed. I never even got a chance to meet John. I did. He was in Card Club. John was a fun guy, very laid back. And now he's gone, just like that. It makes me worry about what'll happen when I die. Don't worry, you're fit as a fiddle. Even if I live for another decade, it might not be long enough to set things right with Dale. Who's Dale? Dale's my son. We're arguing over what to do about the big family reunion. I love family reunions. If only you could go in my place. I usually love them, but this one's going to be hard. Thing is, my in-laws haven't met the new me yet. They haven't even seen me since my transition. So your immediate family new? Just my wife Astrid, not her kids. Considering the situation with Dale right now, I think we made a mistake keeping it from them. Astrid and I planned how to come out to our kids and extended family, but before we could do it, she got sick, and now she's gone. I had to tell our kids myself. Lise understands, but Dale thinks I'm going through a phase. He actually said to me, just go to the reunion as Dad, and if you still want it to be woman next year, go as Crystal. That's terrible. I hope you grounded him. Unfortunately, no. He's 49 years old, and I'm not under my control anymore. Another reason we should have told him earlier. I thought moving here would help Dale get used to his new phase in my life. See me as the person I truly am, living in her element. But I've been looking forward to this for a long time. But Dale's constant calls and our arguing has made this move super stressful. Now John's death makes me feel like I've left everything too late. I want time to enjoy my life, my true life, with Dale's support. But I don't know how to fix things between us. Maybe family counseling could help. Dale won't go to therapy. He thinks I should, but he doesn't think he needs to. That's ridiculous. I wish I could make him go. You can't. You're my neighbor, not a magic genie. Sorry I'm not a genie. That'd be pretty amazing. It would be. Since we're on the topic, do you worry about dying? Nope, I look forward to being a ghost. I'm gonna have so much fun haunting my enemies. Well, I'm glad we're friends then. With everything that happened, I'm grateful Yoldi is bringing in a counselor tomorrow. I definitely need a therapy session. I could use a therapy session too. I also want to apologize if my phone calls kept you up last night or this morning. Community living, what can you do? Offer you earplugs? I bought a package today. Yes, thank you. So the counselor's meeting people in the sanctuary. If only I knew where that was. Jax, thank goodness I found someone. Oh, hey Ethel. I'm trying to find where the counselor is meeting people. Some place called the sanctuary? Oh yeah, that's Mariana's name for the studio. It's down the hall, around the corner and on the left. It slumps off in the opposite direction. Oh, guess Jax isn't coming to therapy. Looks like I'm not the only one who needs some counseling. You overhear Mariana and Selma chatting. I'm glad you could make it, Selma. Luckily, our grandson Marcel is visiting. He's watching a movie with Heron, so I could come. Good morning, everyone. Please take a seat. You and everyone else, including Nelson, sit down. For those who don't know me, I'm Nelson. After a couple decades of cutting hair and being an unofficial therapist to my clients, I decided to go back to school and become an official therapist. Now here I am. Though I still cut hair here at Yoldi on Thursdays, first cut is free. Oh yeah, I saw the flyer. Wonderful. Alright, let's begin grief counseling. Wait, all together? No one said anything about group counseling. Sorry, we've been doing these group grief sessions for so long, I didn't think to specify that. Oh yeah, Nelson's been leading these sessions since the last therapist checked out permanently. How inappropriate. Ignore him, Ethel. The residents of Yoldi have found a group grief counseling to be the most effective form of therapy. Everyone here has so much life experience and wisdom to share. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one who's being helped. Come on, man, you know that ain't true. Okay, maybe not by you, Blair. Unless we're talking about how to bluff my way through a crap poker hand. I knew you'd be a natural. If anyone can talk a good game about a bad hand as a therapist, that is basically my job. I was skeptical at first too, Ethel, but the group sessions really do help. Okay, I'll give it a try. Wonderful. Let's begin. You may be experiencing a host of emotions. Hello. Sadness, anxiety, loneliness, maybe even fear. That's why we're here today. This is a circle of trust where we can share our feelings. And I remind everyone, he shoots pointed glances at Esther and Blair. This is a judgment-free space. By sharing, hopefully we can find some comfort. Who would like to start? I can start. John's death has reminded me how suddenly life can end, but also how important it is to be prepared. I made sure my family knows what to do when I go. They have detailed instructions for my Shiva, my funeral, and my burial. I even made video messages to say goodbye in case I pass away suddenly. Ooh, I can't wait to get my SD bye-bye video. You don't get one, Blair. That's for my loved ones. Oh, I see, you broke my heart. Blair, I'm sensing a certain amount of judgment here. Sorry. You were saying, Ether? But I still worry. What if something happens to my effects? What if my family doesn't get all my instructions and messages? What if on the day I die there's a fire? No, 2 fires. One in my apartment and one in my lawyer's office, and the wills are destroyed. You haven't made a digital copy? Goodness, no, I can't trust the computer with my final wishes. Digital documents can be compromised. Still, the thought of passing away like John, with no one knowing my last wishes, makes me anxious. John didn't have a will? No, he didn't. I was talking to him about it just a couple days ago. I said, John, how often do you update your will? Because I was updating mine at the time. And he said, never. I don't have one. And I said, John, you need a will. And he said, I'll think about it, Ether. And now it's too late. Wills are important. It's the one thing that can speak for you when you no longer can. Well said, Ethel. Not all of us have stuff to give away. When you're gone, who cares who fights over what? But it's not just about stuff. It's about having your wishes respected when you die. Yes, exactly. And about having your family taken care of too. These are all valid points, though Selma touched on something crucial. Arrangements for your death are not just for you, they're also for the ones you leave behind. Yes, because the being left behind is hard too. I was a mess when Kim died. To be honest, I was a mess before she died. We've been fighting, even before her diagnosis, and... Whoa, Mariana speaks so fondly of Kim, I never guessed they'd be fighting. Their relationship is perfect. At least Kim made a will. That's all I could do is just follow it step by step and get through everything. But you followed her wishes, and that's what's important. My wife Astrid would have done the same for me, but she passed away last year. And now, I worry my son Dale won't respect my wishes. A son should always respect his mother. Respect me, he barely accepts me. He refuses to use my new name, insisting it's not my real name. I worry he'll put my old name on my tombstone. That's bullshit. Don't let your family give you any crap, Crystal. Everyone nods and murmurs in agreement. What can we do to help, Crystal? I don't think there's anything you can do, but thanks for offering. The long and short of it is, Astrid loved me for who I am and always supported me. Her voice catches a tear roll down her... Her voice catches as tears roll down her cheeks. Take your time, Crystal. If Astrid were alive, she'd fix this mess. She'd help me fix things with Dale. My sympathies, Crystal. That's such a huge burden for you to carry. Does Crystal's experience resonate with the group? It sounds like children can sometimes present challenges. Yes. Go ahead, Selma. Lately, when I call my kids, I notice that they make little comments. Like, they don't think I can still take care of Harn. Can you? You seem a bit tired. I'm fine, Ether. I know what's best for me and my husband. And putting Heron in the dimensional ward is not it. You tell us, Selma. You know what's best for you. And everyone else should butt out and let me, I mean you, live your life. What do you want about Blair? You know what, Esty? Coming to ye old wasn't my decision. It wasn't mine either, not really. Who put you here, Ethel? He didn't put me in here, but my doctor strongly suggested I move to a senior's residence. Meddling doctors. Now don't get me wrong, I like it here fine now. But if the old ticker betrays me again, will I get a say in what happens to me? I mean, Carly will want to throw a funeral party so everybody can dance on my grave. I don't want that. Don't put me in a box underground. Scatter my ashes, man, far and wide. If you make a will, Blair, we'll make sure that happens. Touche, Esty. A legally binding will can assure that your wishes are respected. If any of you need, Yieldy has a service that can put you in touch with an estate lawyer. I don't trust lawyers. Why is that, Albert? Well, my friend Taylor had a will drawn up by a lawyer, but his family got their own lawyer and contested it. Why? How? Because Taylor's will stated that he wanted to be buried here. Of course, in the plot you bought together. Evan looks down, avoiding Ether's gaze, but he continues. The Taylor's relatives wanted him to be buried in the family plot back home. They contested the will by saying I had influenced him to change it. It wasn't true, but I couldn't afford much in the way of a lawyer. The Taylor's family won, so Taylor was buried hundreds of miles away in South Carolina, and there's nothing I could do about it. This one didn't even follow the law. Albert should have had more say since he was Taylor's partner. We were just friends. But Albert, I've talked enough. I'm going to Deadhead the Roses. Albert, please stay. Nobody will make you talk if you don't want to. Fine. Looks around the group before his gaze settles on you. Is there anything you feel comfortable sharing, Ethel? Yeah, there is. I didn't know John, but his passing has me thinking about my partner, Leslie. They died of complications related to a stroke. Those 5 days by their hospital bed were the hardest of my life. But at least I got the chance to say goodbye, and they weren't alone. Listening to everybody here, I realized the thing I fear most is dying alone. I've heard stories about people who die alone. I don't want that to be me. I want someone to be there with me at the end, before it's too late. It's been years since I've had a close circle of friends. What with half of them dying and the other half drifting away. Moving here, I feel like I'm starting from square one, like the new kid in kindergarten. Except I'm 80 years old now. Making close friends at this age feels almost dire. Considering we could all die at any time. Wait, for someone who didn't feel like sharing, you sure unloaded a ton of stuff there, Ethel. Blair, rude. I just meant it's cool the newbies get into this group counseling thing. Yeah, you did great, Ethel. Agreed. Thank you for sharing. You've gone through a major life change, which I imagine has been rather disorienting. But it helps to be kinder to yourself as you adjust. Kinder? Yeah, give yourself more time. You don't have to meet somebody today. What if I die tomorrow? Then we'll be here for you. Well, okay, I guess that is somewhat comforting. Whether you want friends or companion, or a lover, keep that in mind. Wait, don't tell me things will happen when I least expect it. If people still say that, that's terrible. What I was going to say is that you have the right to be comfortable with what is happening. You get to decide to let people in your life. Even here, despite my nosy nagging. I didn't really want to move here, but I've been pleasantly surprised by the camaraderie of Yieldy residents. It really is a good community. I've only been here for 2 days, but I know I couldn't agree more. Guess it's a good thing I moved here. I'm so glad you feel that way. He looks around the room and notices Selma holding back tears. Selma, are you doing alright? Are you comfortable sharing what's on your mind? It's just listening to everyone. I'm so sad, and I feel guilty. Why do you feel guilty? All I can think about is Heron, and I don't know what's sadder. Me dying first and Heron not remembering me enough to know that I'm gone, or it's alright, take your time. Or Heron going first and the weight lifting from my shoulder. Selma, we can help carry some of that weight. Yeah, it's a lot of helping hands here. My hands are good at more than dealing cards. They can also carry groceries, fold laundry, and wash dishes if that'll help you. I hope you believe your friends when they say they want to help. We're here for you, Selma. You don't have to do that all by yourself. And it's not good for Heron if you wear yourself down. Can I get your agreement on that last part? Yeah. Everyone else is crying too, even Blair, who wipes his eyes on the sleeve of his tracksuit. What a heavy session. All this crying is bringing me closer to everyone here. I gotta confess something. What is it, Blair? Ah, Jesus, it's kind of embarrassing. Circle of trust. Okay, so I might not have a death pool going on at Yieldy. I beg your pardon. Death pool? Yeah, we take bets on who we think's gonna kick the bucket. What? Did anyone else know about this? Everyone except Crystal sheepishly raises their hands. Wow, this session took a turn. Did it ever? I wonder who bet on who. Sorry, as the bookie, I gotta protect the information. Confidentiality and whatnot. But the kicker is, not a single one of you bet on John. He did seem pretty spry. I mean, I saw him on a speed walk just yesterday morning. Well, you shouldn't have let that spring in his step fool you. She rolls his eyes skyward. I can't believe we're having this conversation. Just listen, will you? Look, I feel bad about what happened to John. So I want to donate our death pool money to charity in his memory. That's actually a great idea, Blair. What does everyone think? You look at everyone else nodding in agreement. That seems like the best way to honor John. And on that note, this concludes our group session. Hope it helped. I don't know. Got a lot to think about. Everyone stands up and heads for the door when... Oh, one more thing. Usually movie night is the third Thursday of the month, but I was thinking of screening a flick tonight. A bit of escapism would help us do good. Ooh, something sci-fi like Intergalactic Bounty Hunter. Jack's film debut? I love that one. It's one of Haran's favorites, too. It's an 80s classic. Since we're going to screen it as a surprise for his birthday next month. But now it seems like as good as time for a fun surprise. Wonderful. Movie night starts at 7:30 sharp. I'll put flyers around under everyone's doors announcing a special screening. And if you see Jax, make sure he's coming. But remember, don't tell him what film we're playing. We want it to be a surprise. Another wonderful idea. Enjoy the movie, everyone. Hey, Albert. How are you holding up? That was an intense session. Sure was. More tears and confessions than usual. Do you wish you hadn't gone? No. Group grief counseling is hard, but strangely comforting once the emotions settle. So, did you get the seeds I left for you? Yes, thank you. That was very sweet. I can't wait to see them bloom. I can come by and germinate the seeds this evening. Sure, and after we can go to the movie together. If you want to go to the movie, that is. Everyone at Yieldy goes to movie night, even me. Great, so come by at 8? 7? I will. Have some room temperature water ready for the seeds. Okay, I think on that note, we're going to leave off there and continue this in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you later, daters. Bye-bye.